have a monkey in your pants?
April the 11th, 1989. Willow was released on the Nintendo Entertainment System, a video game with a fantasy film by the same name from 1988. Released by Capcom. It's basically an action RPG, similar sort of style as obviously the Zelda games. It's pretty obvious by looking at it. And there's obviously also arcade games by the same name, developed by Capcom. It's a completely different game. It's basically not a home port. Although obviously the game itself, its namesake is the film, which was released a year earlier, with the exception of the name of the film and a few characters from the movie here and there. It's basically, it doesn't follow the film's plot as such. The story basically starts off, it's about a legend about two goddesses who bestowed upon the people the power of magic. One of the goddesses, Bavmorda, becomes corrupt and tries to take over the world. The other, Finraziel, prophesies that a hero will arise to defeat Bavmorda. That prophesied hero is you, Willow, who must now embark on a quest to save the world, basically. Save Willow Land, if you like. So like I said, it's quite similar to Zelda in the way that it's a overview RPG style game. You basically adventure about the place on the exploring outskirts of villages. You've got your little sword, you've got your magic as well. It's got RPG elements in it. You can obviously gain experience points, etc. It's basically it's a decent RPG game, especially back in the day on the NES. The storyline starts quite slowly, but it soon builds as your character builds as well in strength and power. Explores various dungeons, obtains new magic spells. So it's basically RPG-esque. Experience points for defeating various monsters. Basically, as you defeat various enemies, etc., you gain experience points, and you'll level up as such. And when you do, obviously your stats will increase in various categories such as strength, magic, making your character more powerful. Also, along your journey, you'll find various shield and sword upgrades, which obviously increase your attack power. You'll be taught new spells by various wizards and spellcasters along your journey. Willow's a long game, basically. It's definitely, you get your money's worth if you like. It's a challenging game. It's a good RPG, Zelda over the top. I keep referring to Zelda, but obviously that's what it looks like at the end of the day. But for the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES, its music is actually really good for an 8-bit system. On-screen graphics look good, and it's a fun game basically. Along with that, obviously the storyline side of things, it's got a decent story. You basically on a quest defeat a bad person, not exactly the same as the movie side of things, but it's a good story. But it has got a good storyline. One thing that I didn't like about the game is there was no map system for it, so you know it could be a bit tricky just randomly wandering about the place. Overall, I'd say Willow is a good, solid release for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Good RPG game if you like that sort of thing. Decent graphics, decent storyline, long gameplay, and decent music as well. Actually, certainly a game worth checking out. So, along with the decent graphics for the NES at the time and a decent soundtrack, it's possibly one of the best licensed games on the NES. Do you know what I mean? It definitely gives a bit of nudge, a bit of a competition to the likes of the Zelda. 11th of April 1989.